What is up, everybody? Sean and D-Man here, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys have yourselves a great week so far. We are here with our little quick recap of Auburn's win last night against Wofford, winning 93-62, starting 3-0 for the season, and really scored 90 points in each of these first three games. So I think what, at least personally for me, what I can take from and through these first three games with this team is offensively, I would not be surprised if they average 80, 90 points a game. Now, defensively, that's going to be the question on if they can stop somebody else from scoring 100 points a game. But, obviously you had the close encounter with Thune Cookman last Monday, and then Merrimack you handled relatively easy, and then tonight against Wofford you handled pretty easily. So you handled the cupcakes like you were supposed to. Now comes the real test, because this upcoming Sunday, the 16th, I believe it's in Birmingham, is where they're playing. Auburn will take on Houston. Um, it's gonna be Auburn's first test. It is definitely gonna be their first test. And I feel like that's gonna give us a good idea what we can expect from this Auburn team, or at least like when it comes to the big boys and stuff like that. This is a good a good test to see how well this team is. Like, do I think they're? I don't even think they're still gelling yet. I mean they're still gelling. I don't think they've reached their caliber of capabilities just yet, which is fine. I would rather you peak later than early in the season. So like I'd rather you peak, mid to late of conference play heading into the tournament. But obviously you peak at different times of the season. So, but other than that, let us bring it up. Let's look at the stats. And like I said, this is relatively short. There was nothing really to take from. Auburn dominated they dominated like the entire game, so there was really not much to take away from this particular video. But if you look at Wofford, you know, they played a lot of guys. I mean, obviously this was probably like bench points and stuff like that, but you only had two guys in double figures. So Auburn wise, Jovic 7 points. A low turnout night for Sebastian Adams. I think in the first three game, like first two games, he scored like double digits. This one, he didn't score as many. I mean, he still got 8 points. Keyshawn Hall is there's not much to say about him. He is as advertised. He is what we thought we were getting when we picked him up out of the transfer portal from UCF. Elijah Freeman, 21 points. Solid night for him as well. Dahad, even though he has 9 points, he has 5 assists, and that's basically what you need him. That's what point guard you need him to do, is just distribute the ball and get it into the other playmakers' hands, and occasionally, you make plays as well. So definitely would love to, he's field goal like 417. I just don't think, like I don't know. I like out of the, Hall, Freeman, and Pettifer. Obviously he's the point guard, but like 417 is just not good. Like, I mean, compared to the other two, 7 to 10, 7 to 10 field goal, and then 7 to 12. They were a little bit more efficient when the ball was in their hands. I just don't think Tahad should take. It's 417 is just not good. Um, but again, I mean, he makes up for it a little bit with the assist. He had 4 rebounds tonight. He had a steal tonight, but I, th- I think instead of like, I think most of his two were like three. Like most of his shots also were like 3 pointers. So I would rather him maybe take more mid range shots. He did a lot of that last season in some of these games where he'll get into the paint and like do like some mid range jumper and things like that. And, I would like to see more of that, and then instead of him just consistently trying to shoot a three. I just think it personally. I think that's just the better option right now because like I don't know if his three pointing has improved from last year to this year, but you still need more out of him. I don't 9 points isn't really good enough to be quite honest. I mean, you're the point guard. You should be in double figures and have maybe shooting the ball with a little bit like 23% is just not good for a field goal percentage. Like 1 of 7 for threes. See, I don't think you need to shoot that many threes. Um, so I don't know. I mean, again, that's just my opinion. Uh, 4 of 17 is just need a better field goal percentage. It's just not that great. And then look at the bench. Um, a Poor played, got 4 points. Bashir, I think it's 3 games in, but I expected maybe a little bit more out of Bashir coming off the bench. Like again, it's just 3 games in. There's plenty of season to go, but I was kind of expecting a little more out of him when it came to coming off the bench. Overton, 13 points, had a pretty solid night. And then Magwood, pretty good night for him as well. 9 points, 4 6, one for 3 point shots. So he was pretty efficient at the point guard position. He only had 1 assist, but that's okay. But I mean, like overall, pretty efficient because like if you look at everybody, 2 of 4, 4 of 4, 7 of 10, 7 of 12, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 5 and 10, and then 4 and 6. Everybody's pretty, relatively percentage is good when it comes to field goal. It's just I think Tahad needs to be a little bit better. Again, that's just my opinion and my thoughts about it. But I think he needs to be a little bit better with his field goal percentage because 23% is just that's not good. It's not good enough. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Again, it's still early in the season. We definitely can see how things shape out as the season goes on. Um, but field goal wise, or like stats wise, you shot 50%. See again, 9 of 27 for three. I don't know if I really want you shooting 27 threes that much, and because you're not making threes at a high enough clip. Now the thing I say that, but the thing of it is that watching the game tonight, and probably the other ones as well, they get good looks at shooting the three. The ball just doesn't go in. So I could complain that they're shooting the three a little too much, but also acknowledge that like they've had open shots at it, and some just don't fall in. So, um, 12 of 18 for the free throw line, pretty good efficient night. Uh, Not as high as you were in the previous 2 games, but you got to the line relatively good enough. 48 rebounds, that's solid. 16 assists, still both had pretty good steals. Blocks were about even. Turnovers, turned the ball over 11 times. There was like a moment, like 5 minutes left in the game, or like 5 minutes left in the first half, where it's just like there's some sloppy basketball from both sides. Um, it was just like nobody's like really running an offense. Everybody was just shooting up shots. Um, you know, 44 in the paint compared to 36, pretty good. Fouls were about even, but obviously you won by 30. Your largest lead was 33 points, so you had a pretty solid night. I think just very happy. I got the win 3-0. But I just think maybe shooting the three maybe a little bit too much. Maybe I would just like cut down on that and maybe try to incorporate more mid range shots because you know a makeable 2 is better than a 3 that's gonna hit the rim and not go in. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just think there's just plenty of room to improve overall in regards to like the shooting aspect. But listen, hey, they're 3-0, so that's all that relatively matters. So that is relatively it. So Auburn will take on Houston Sunday afternoon, I believe in Birmingham. It's gonna be a wild game. I think those. I don't think they're the only two games on. There's probably other ones, but like one of the main bigger matchups is gonna be that game. And like I said at the beginning, this is gonna be a test for Auburn. We'll see what this team is made of, because Houston is going to be a very good defensive team, and so they're definitely going to make Auburn work for everything. And so we'll see how well this team performs against the Cougars on Sunday. But that is relatively it, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. I should have another video out talk about the Auburn coaching search this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you again for hanging out. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Y'all have a good one.